Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade. It's that time of the afternoon where you get an update on what's happening in the tropics. We've only got about 2 weeks to go for the 2023 hurricane season, but we do have one system brewing out there that could blow up and become yet another tropical storm before we could say goodbye to this hurricane season. So let's talk about it. It is located in the southwestern Caribbean. It's an area to watch, an area of potential tropical cyclone development. You can see it blowing up here east of Central America. You can see San Salvador over there. We got Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador. It is east of Central America, and it is expected to track to the north and east. Now, if it were expected to go northwest, then it possibly could push up into parts of the Gulf of Mexico, but that is not the case. So that's good news for us here in Southeast Texas. It is expected to track northeast, so that would potentially impact parts of Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and maybe the Dominican Republic, and maybe even southeastern portions of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. We're talking about the threat for heavy rain and a lot of wind potentially, so we will be monitoring this closely. At this point, it's not super organized. It is more organized than it was yesterday. It's a broad area of low pressure. It's an area of showers and storms trying to get its act together, but there's still some fairly warm water out there, and we could have another tropical depression or tropical storm on our hands over the next 2 to 7 days. At this point, the location is right around where you see that red X, and this area is shaded in red because that means there's a high chance for this to become our next tropical system. Just a low chance over the next 48 hours, a 20% chance, but that chance jumps all the way up to 70% over the next 7 days. And you can see the general expected movement or track of this is going to be off to the northeast. And like I said, that would take it right over Jamaica, parts of eastern Cuba, and over into portions of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. So we're going to have to watch that system closely. If it is going to become a tropical storm, the next name on the list would be Vince, and we could have that over the next few days, if not by the end of the week. So we'll monitor things closely. At least it is fairly quiet at this point across the Atlantic. We're not tracking any potential tropical development here, and I don't anticipate any over the next week. It is the same story for the eastern Pacific. We are quiet here as well, just some scattered clouds, a few showers out there, but nothing that is being monitored that could potentially develop into a tropical cyclone. Sea surface temps or water temps are critical even this time of hurricane season, because if they're still warm enough, we could still have these systems to get going. The water definitely starting to cool down across the northern Gulf, low to middle 70s, but water temps are still in the 80s for much of the Caribbean, low 80s in the western Caribbean, middle 80s in the eastern Caribbean. So that is water that is definitely still warm enough to provide some fuel for these systems to develop and to grow. So even though the chance typically is pretty low that we get a tropical system this part of the season, which is close to the end, it is not zero. So there's always a low shot, and it looks like we may just get one over this next week or so. So we do have about 2 weeks remaining in our hurricane season for this year. So we will monitor things closely day by day. Of course, we'll continue to do these updates and let you know if we end up getting tropical storm Vince in the Caribbean. It is a very good possibility with now a high chance for that area of showers and storms to develop. Of course, we've gone through several name systems for this season, starting off with Arlene, and now we're waiting to see if we get Vince. Then we would have one more name on the list. That would be Whitney, and then we would have gone through every single name designated for tropical cyclones for this hurricane season. So we've already had 20 named storms, 7 hurricanes, 3 major hurricanes. At least it's been a while since we've had one of those major hurricanes. I don't think we'll have that before the end of the season, but there's definitely a high chance we could have another named storm, and that would likely be Tropical Storm Vince. So it's been a above average season with those named storms. We could add one more to that, so we could end up with 21. And we also have had those hurricanes, 7 hurricanes, including 3 major hurricanes. So that puts us right around average for this time of the year. So that pretty much sums it up for your hurricane, your tropical update. We do have that one system we're monitoring. Hopefully it won't get too strong on us, but right now models are indicating that there is a pretty decent shot, in fact a high chance, that we could have another tropical system in just a couple of days. So you can keep track of everything happening in the tropics by heading to the App Store, search for Fox 26, and make sure to download our Fox 26 weather app. You can get all of your tropical updates there, hurricane watches and warnings if we were to get some, and of course your local forecast and anything popping up on our radar can be found on that app as well. Well, that will do it for today's tropical update. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade. Make it a great Tuesday evening.